What is up? It's been so long. It's great to see all of you, even though I can't see you. What a day. What a debate, huh? We're not going to cover that. We're not going to cover that right now, unless we get some questions. That's not my first priority because I haven't streamed in multiple nights. People probably thought I was dead. Not trying to do that right now. So we got to cover a lot of things here, a lot of days, a lot of really good progress, a lot of different like mindsets and kind of things that we're working on. And I'm excited to just jump right into it because I haven't been on here in a while, and I want to tidy up that, and I want to get everything up to snuff. So let's jump into it here. So way back, today is Tuesday, but way back on Saturday, my weekends have pretty much gone the same for the past like 3 weekends. It's kind of rough, and honestly, there just hasn't been like a lot of, there's productivity, but like it's just a pain in the ass. So like I go to work both Saturday and Sunday. I go to work normally. That's like from 7 a.m. to like 3-ish p.m. to 3-ish p.m. And then both days, again, like I said, for the past 3 weeks, I have been recording episodes. So if you don't know, I've got 2 podcasts. I'm going to blow this chat up with shit because if anybody pops in here, I'd love for them to check any of this stuff out. That is my parent company. This is right here, MJS Industries. And if you go through here, this is the MJS stuff that I do. This is Fueled by Progress, which we will click on here, even though there is no accompanying deep website here yet. But that is one of the podcasts that I do. AM and the PM is another podcast that I do with myself and my girlfriend Amanda. She is lovely. And that is one of the things. Those 2 things there, FBP and AM and the PM. Oh, that's Printful. We'll get to that. And FBP and AM and the PM are the 2 podcasts, and we record those every week. So episode each on FBP Wednesday at noon, AM and the PM Thursday at 3. And those come out and we do that. So like I said, past weekends, literally working at the restaurant, my grandmother's restaurant, and then coming home and recording episodes. So we did AM and the PM on Saturday, we did FPP on Sunday. Great time. Both were really good conversations. We had a guest couple on AM and the PM. That's always fun. And a really good young, ambitious dude on FBP. So look forward to that. That one will be, like I said, every Wednesday and Thursday for those. So just check the shit out. I always share this stuff on my things. I would really appreciate follows and engagement and all that sort of stuff. If you're into it, I never want to try to force that stuff on anybody. But I really enjoy the content. I've learned so much from having conversations that I've had with these fine individuals on FBP, and then also the couples and everything like that. This is huge. AM and the PM, Amanda and I do it. I think it's brought us together even more than we already were as a couple. Would highly, highly, highly recommend that if you have a significant other, try to find something to do with them on like a regular basis. Like it could be even like a date night or whatever, but if it's like something productive and you guys are both benefiting from it, learning from it, and growing, that is just the fucking best. So hugely recommend that. Check that stuff out if you ever see it. I'd appreciate it. If not, that's cool too. So we're doing that. Then Monday rolls around, and that's my actual favorite day of the week, which is actually kind of funny because my weekends are kind of rough. Like I said, there's a lot of recording and stuff, which I enjoy, but like mainly getting up early and going to the restaurant and stuff, that's not fun. So Monday through Friday, I actually get a lot of work done, and I enjoy it a lot because I'm doing things for myself, building shit up. Highly, again, recommend that. I did do a little marketing task for Raise. Every Monday morning or afternoon, I normally have a finance meeting with myself. So as you might, imagine from like all of these like businesses and everything that I have here, there's a lot of bookkeeping. And then I also was a finance fucking crazy person when I was just doing my own stuff, like personal things. So I have like 8 credit cards, and I have investments and all sorts of stuff that I play around with all the time. So every week I go through all that and I make sure that everything is paid. So I pay the bills every week rather than monthly, just so I stay ahead of it. I bookkeep all those businesses, which isn't too many transactions, but I think it's still important to do. So we take care of all that. And I really enjoy that too. I love having like an idea of what's going on with all my stuff at all times because I'm just one person right now, and I'm trying to do like 5 different things. So as we scale, I want to try to delegate some of that off, but that's where we're at right now with that. So that's the finance thing. I listed this necklace on Facebook Marketplace. I don't know if I have. I could probably like Joan Rivers classic collection. What is it called? Omega 10 Keller or something like that. So like my sister had this, and I sell a lot on Facebook Marketplace, and she has this thing here, and she said I could sell it, and it's like probably, I don't know, it says $60, so like I was trying to sell it for that, and I actually am kind of a little pissed off because last time I checked it was like under review, so might have to revisit that, but yeah, so I would again recommend selling shit on Facebook Marketplace if you have the opportunity, because it's just a really easy way to make a couple extra bucks, and most of us have too much shit anyway, so that's something that I've really taken advantage of. This is a huge one right here. So I need to step back and kind of elaborate on my mindset recently. I've not prioritized making money with these businesses. Like, that sounds ridiculous, but like I've been building them, and I've been building them alone and doing all the stuff. So I've been keeping overhead extremely low, but I haven't been focused on revenue generation. And now we're at the point where I have to do that because like it's just time to do that. Yeah, 100%, Dave. Selling computer on there. I actually have my that old laptop listed for $1,000. The one that like is similar to you. And nobody has offered anything on that, so maybe I have to try that somewhere else. That might be a little bit too much, but yeah, highly recommend Facebook Marketplace, 100%. And kind of like, sort of again on the same topic there, I haven't focused on making money with these businesses. I've been doing a lot of stuff, I've been building it up, but I haven't been prioritizing the revenue. So I told myself this weekend specifically that I'm going to, from here on out, I need to focus more on that. I need to find ways to make money. Not because like I'm all in this for the money, but because you need to make money to be sustainable as a business. And I need to start thinking in that mindset. So the first thing that we did was we kind of did some work on AM and the PM actually. So if we pop over there real quick, this is the website. I've said it before, but I really love this website. I built it, Find It Tech. My company built this, me. And I love it. It's very simple. It does the job. All the episodes like automatically upload here. I don't have to touch any of that. They also go out everywhere else. I would not recommend that you listen to the podcasts on this website, but they're still there for if you wanted to. But over here on this menu, we added something, and we added a shop. So what we're doing here, and I want to be completely transparent with this because I am a transparent dude, and I like to show people what I do, so hopefully they can learn from it, and that's another way that I might be able to make money someday. But what I did here was I could go into deeper details, but I'm going to stay at the surface level unless we need to go deeper. This is literally just a merchandise store. And this is like a little sticker set of our cover art. This is sticker set of our logo. And then Amanda wanted this crop top right here, actually. So she bought this crop top from Old Navy, and she's like, I really like this. Can we try to make a shirt like this? So what we're doing over here is that's a little design and everything like that. But basically all these products right here, the way that we're doing this currently, which might change over time, but the way we're doing this currently for literally no money and no overhead, is you go to this website called Printful. And you basically just make products. You can design products like this. And, you can go in here to, whatever. And I've made a few. Like, you can see these stickers. You can see the shirt. I haven't uploaded this one yet, but you get the idea. You come in here. You say, new template. I'm giving you a brief tour of Printful here just so you can kind of get the idea. You come in here and you pick a shirt, right? Or you pick like a hat or something like that. You pick some sort of item, men's clothing, all shirts. And then you pick one of these shirts, okay? And you can see like it starts at like $8 here almost. So you click on that. And then you go in here and you drop a design in here, and boom. Now we literally made a shirt, like boom, that you can sell that. And then you go through it and you can add it to your store and yada yada. You can charge whatever you want for it. But basically, let's say the shirt costs $10 for you to purchase from Printful. You charge your clients $15 or your customers $15, and then you pay Printful $10 and your customer pays you $15. You make $5. They do all the shipping. They make the thing on demand. It's literally like a one-off product. It's beautiful. It costs you no money because the only way that you pay money is if you're getting paid money, right? Because if the customer orders an item, then they're, like I said, they're paying $15. You're paying Printful 10, and you keep the 5. So this is lovely. I want to make a lot more items here. This is kind of something that we're thinking about using for Fueled by Progress as well, which we're still in the stages of, but I don't want that to really happen. I want Fueled by Progress to not be a merch situation. This is merch. Like, this is just, there's stuff on here. I don't know how many people would buy this stuff, but like, if we continue to establish a customer base, maybe some people would, throw a couple bucks at a shirt or something like that. I would love that. I know Amanda would love to wear a shirt. So those types of things. But Fueled by Progress, I want it to be way more than that. I want it to be like this clothing that I'm wearing here, like Ever Forward, stuff like that. Like, I want it to be legitimate. Not saying this is illegitimate, but I want it to be more of like a clothing brand rather than merchandise. So that's kind of where we're moving towards. But we're not there yet because we're just doing a lot of other things, which is fine. So that is the update on AM and the PM though. So if you're there, I don't think this actually works yet because I haven't like fully done it. But like, if you go here, you select options, you click on this, we'll find out together. It's in the cart. I also need to add a cart icon and stuff like that. That's a little fucked up. But yeah, you can come in here, and then yeah, it's in test mode right now. So this is a big step for me as a web developer. I have not actually made a site that takes payments. Like, I have, like, this all takes payments and like it's all set up, but like this part of it, especially being on the side that is the receiver of the money, like with Stripe, which is a payment processor and all that sort of stuff, I have it, but it's not like, I'm not like 100% confident. I'm like 80% confident. And for me, that's just sometimes not enough, especially when like money's involved. So we're very close on this. I'm very excited to really like launch this. We kind of teased it the other day. I'm talking about it here because I'm excited about it, but very soon you'll be able to buy AM and the PM merchandise if that's something that piques your interest. So that is the update there. I worked on a client site for Fueled by Progress, for Find a Tech, actually, like a totally different thing, outside client, colleague and everything like that. Made a lot of progress on that this past weekend, so like on Friday and then on Monday. It's nice to have clients. It's nice to do work. I love building websites. I'm learning that about myself. I don't know if I want to do it for the rest of my life. I don't know if I want to be the person building them. I think I might have more value somewhere else, but for the time being, it's a great idea. It's a great gig. I love doing it. Like I said, I've learned a fuck ton of stuff building my own websites, building other people's websites, and actually, not only that, like, I'm also like acquiring a better sense of how to advise people, right? Like, I build websites a specific way. The site you just saw was built on WordPress. It has a certain stack like of tools and just like things, like it's hosted in like this certain area, like it's all hosted on the same place for Find a Tech. I buy my domains at Google Domains. Like I said, I build with WordPress, WooCommerce in that sense. Like, there's a lot of shit there that I've learned. But what I learned the other day, honestly, like last week, was I was advising somebody, a buddy of mine that wants to start a business, and I was originally going to tell him to use that. But then I realized, and I kind of like thought back, and kind of he told me a little bit more about what he wanted to do. And I was like, you know what? No, don't do that. Do like a Shopify or something like that. That's way more straightforward, way more standard, way more easier for you to learn and just get up and running. And then I kind of like dove into that with him and kind of like learned about that. And it was a great platform. I'm not going to say Shopify is the best. I'm not going to say WordPress is the best. But everything has like it's niche. Like, it's thing that, it's good in some places, it's bad in other places. Like, it excels, for certain instances. And I love what I do. I love the stack and the all the tools and everything that I do. But that doesn't mean that it's good for every single situation. So I'm learning that. I'm excited about moving forward and advising more people. That's what I would love to do, because I know that I'm learning a lot and I have a lot of value there. I need to, honestly, though, somehow figure out a way to monetize my time in a I was going to say like a non-douchebag way, but that doesn't really make any sense. Like, I need to, like, anybody that comes to me, I'm going to answer your question. But like, if I start like I would actually like it to get to the point where like person XYZ sets up a meeting with me for an hour and they pay me like $50 to talk to me and consult with me for an hour. I'd love to fucking do that because I know that I could give them more value than they could ever fucking pay for. Like I just know that. I'm not saying I know everything, but I'm saying that, you know, I could fucking talk like this for an hour and I think you would probably get you probably get some ideas and you know, hopefully it'd be worth your money. I think that it would. So just something like that. That's something that I definitely want to do. I'm trying to explore more, trying to work that out, but that's part of the plan, so I'm excited. I received some hockey gear yesterday, actually. It's kind of funny, and I'm going to bring this up now because this is a really good time to bring this up. So this is my website, markjosephsmancy.com. We'll put it in the fucking chat. It's not done yet. If you go to it, it's not done yet, but I'm starting to get very proud of it because it's really coming together. So I had on there receive ball hockey equipment. So we're going to go to ball hockey. And so there's this ball hockey page here that I have made. And it shows my stats. Like if you click to this, it goes literally directly to my stats on these websites. That's awesome. And then I have some photos here. Oh, there's really just one right now, but I'm kind of like collecting some photos and just going to put a little gallery here. Maybe not like that, but something else. I got some videos, just like small shit. Nothing is really good quality, so it's going to be kind of weird. But I always thought about this. I'll tell a quick story and then I'll kind of go back to what I was saying. But back in the day, when I started this, I had two egos, like two like alter ego things, like two personas, we'll say, okay? I had my original stuff before I started doing the MJS gig, and I was like, okay, I'm gonna, like, as soon as I started this, I was like, okay, I'm gonna make a personal brand, and I'm gonna make it a professional personal brand, and I'm gonna say my one persona is Mark Szymanski 11, and my other persona is Mark J Szymanski, right? And I had two Instagrams, and like I had all this stuff. And I was like, quickly, I was like, this is fucking stupid. Like, why do I have this? Why is this going on? It's just me. Like, what I found out about myself was when I was doing just like personal things, like had an Instagram, like Mark Szymanski 11, I didn't post on it. Like, I literally didn't even fucking use it. Like, there was stupid posts on there. It was dumb. But then it took like me finding myself and figuring out like what I want to do and like what I'm good at and like, you know, those types of things to realize like, okay, well, I want to do something like that. And then I thought that I was going to lead like a double life type thing where I was going to keep things personal. And I just happen to be the person that like, I don't do anything that I don't really like pretty much almost everything that I do, I don't really give a fuck if other people know. So that's why I'm trying to, like, that's why I decided, you know what, I'm just not going to have these two personas. I'm just going to do what I want to do because I genuinely want to help people. I genuinely want to learn. I want to get better. I'm fueled by progress, you know, that type of stuff. And so I did that. And I got rid of the Mark Szymanski 11, like Instagram and things like that. Like, I think I still have it or whatever, but I don't use any of that. And the point of that that whole thing was because like the related to this, that was a good topic, I think, but related to this, I was literally thinking one time that my number is 11, Mark Szymanski 11. I thought that my personal life was going to be like, you know, just whatever I did. And then it was also going to, it was also going to entail hockey. Like somehow it was going to, you know, be ball hockey. That's what I was going to do. And I bought markszymanski11.com. And I thought, well, one day I'll have like a fucking ball hockey site like dedicated to me. Like, you know, on that, like you'll go to markszymanski11.com and it'll be like me playing ball hockey and stuff like that. And that was kind of like a stupid idea because that didn't make any sense. Like there's no reason to have two websites. There's no reason to have any of that stuff. You don't want to split your shit like that. Like it's different when you're splitting like brands like FBP from Find a Tech. That makes a lot of sense. You don't want to split your brand. So what I did was, and maybe it's actually, I have a funny thing to go. I still have that domain name. I still have Mark Szymanski 11. I'm pretty sure if we click right here and then we type in markszymanski11.com, it should redirect us right here. So yeah, so this is the homepage of the other site. So it'd be funny if I redirected it to the ball hockey page, but that's not necessary. But the point that I'm saying is that that's the funny story about this. I was actually going to try to have like a ball hockey like website or something like that, our personal website with Mark Szymanski 11 that was totally different from this, and it was just dumb. Like be you, be unapologetically you, show that shit to the world, and just fucking do it, And that's what I do. That's what I do now. So, in the last part of it, the funniest part I think, and how it ties back to what we started with, is I just purchased some hockey equipment, and I made this page the other day. So if you come here to this link right here specifically, I'll give you straight away to it. If you come to this page specifically, you'll see the stats, you'll see the media, and then you'll also see my gear. So this is everything that I have like kind of in my bag and everything, and that I use for ball hockey. I also have another section like this for like my gear of like just literally everything else that I have, like all my tech and everything like that. And this is called affiliate marketing. So if you guys click, as you can see right here, if you click on not any of them, because some of them, they're not affiliate links, but some of them are. And if you click on like this, like Amazon, and you go there and you make a purchase, then I might make a small commission. So please do that if you're willing to support the squad here and the mission. But yeah, either way, like that's not even the point. Like the point is like that's cool that I could potentially make like a couple cents off of some of this shit. But like I just love, like I don't know what it is about me. I just really love this idea of like, okay, I see Mark, right? Okay, it's like I'm a person and I see Mark Szymanski. Like what is like, if in this case ball hockey, right? People know me. A lot of people know me from the ball hockey community, right? Like, we play together, we play against each other, right? I try to be as nice as I can, and everything like that. Like it's, it's a really good community to be in, right? I'm not saying that like I'm like anybody should give a shit about this, but me personally, I love to know what other people use, specifically, maybe not specifically in ball hockey because it doesn't matter too much to me. I kind of have this stuff figured out, but like the other thing makes a lot more sense. I love going and figuring out like, okay, what does the best podcasting platform use? Like, what does Joe Rogan use, for instance, right? What kind of mics does he have? What kind of headphones does he have? What kind of like mixer and all this other shit? How does he do? How does the best person do their job? Like in this case, what tools do they use, right? And then I reverse engineer that, and I'm like, okay, well, do I need the best, right? Like, I want to know what top tier is, and then I can kind of like step my way down if I need to. I don't need a fucking $400 Shure SM7B probably, but I could, but like a Rode pod mic for $100, that makes a lot of sense, right? So those are the types of things that I'm saying. Now, regardless of if you give a shit about my gear or not, my hockey gear, this is the stuff that I use. And I just, like I said, I really like things like this. So I was like, I'm going to fucking do this. Like I'm going to put, honestly, it's partially for me too, because like I had a document where it's like, what do I have? Like I have a document where it's like, I don't like to think about things that I don't have to think about, so I like document them. And then what I do is like, okay, the next time that I have to purchase, what's a good example? The next time that I have to purchase these knee sleeves, I can go to that document and I know exactly what I need to buy, like what size and stuff like that, because you're not going to fucking remember. Like who knows the size of their knee, Like, so you're not going to remember that type of stuff. So I don't know. It's just me. Maybe I'm weird, but yeah, the other day, actually, I got this stick, which is the first time I've had this stick, and I got this stick. I got another pair of shin guards. I bought a bunch of stuff recently. I just got some of these gloves. These are newer gloves. Yeah, some shoes the other day. But yeah, so anyway, if you go there and you check that shit out, at minimum, boom, there's what I use. Have fun. If you feel like it, go to Amazon, buy the thing. I'll make a small percentage, so I appreciate that greatly. But yeah, so that's cool. I like that. And we'll go over to the gear real quick just because I was talking about it. It's the same thing here, but this is like all my gear that I use on a regular basis. So this is everyday carry stuff. This is just, literally the things that I have. My phone, Google Pixel Buds, keychain, all that sort of shit. This is not done. I have filming equipment. This is the camera that you're looking at me through right now. Memory cards, all this stuff some of this stuff is kind of for the podcast. So like I use that for the podcasts. This thing, used to use this, and this is cool. Like I really like how I did this here. I totally stole this idea from kit.co, and it's like you show the item and then you show a little bit why you do it, like, or what you use it for, something like that. And then again, the link. So really like that. Again, we're not done with this at all, but that is what it's going to look like. I'm very excited for this because could make me some money, but more than anything, I think it's going to help people. I really think that it could be kind of cool just to kind of see what I use. I'm no huge fucking dude or anything right now, but just as I go. I'm the thing that's actually going to help people, like no joke. And I've been meaning to make a fucking video on this for literally 40 years. That's long. It's longer than I've been alive. But this podcast setup that's sitting underneath this desk right now in like, I mean, I'm not really, I think it's probably one of my most proudest things to get all the equipment, do all the research, get all the equipment, have like the setup be really solid, especially for like a mobile setup, and then have it all pack into like literally 3 boxes is just the fucking best thing. And it wasn't supposed to do that. Like I made it do all that. I don't know, I'm not flexing on my podcast setup, but like it's solid. And if anybody else wants to podcast, I really would recommend, if you have the amount of money that I had to do that. And it's not like a crazy amount, honestly. Like it's more than like a $200 kit or whatever, but it was less than $1,500 for everything. And that's honestly a great, like if you're serious, it's a great fucking investment. So I will do that. I will put a video up someday. I will make sure that these sections are filled out. But again, we're doing a lot of stuff, so I don't get everything done as quickly as I'd like to. So yeah. So okay, we got the hockey gear and everything. We got it ready. We registered Amanda to vote yesterday. So I helped Amanda register to vote, independent, as we both are. I think that's the place to be. We'll talk about it a little bit more, I guess, if we touch on the debate here. But yeah, I'm happy that Amanda is registered now, and that I think it's a good thing to be registered. I think it's personal preference is independent, just because I don't like fucking taking sides anymore. It's kind of ridiculous. But like I said, we'll talk about that here in a second after I'm finished. Played some hockey yesterday. 2 games actually in 2 different rinks. Haven't done that in a long fucking time. But it was good. Played well. Actually kind of fucking hurt my wrist a little bit. Wrist was hurting today. Luckily the pickup today got canceled because wouldn't have been able to watch the debate, and probably would have hurt myself even further. So it's a good thing that it got canceled. Had a client call today about that Find a Tech project. That was solid. Went well. We're moving and grooving there. I worked on FBP 59, so that will be released tomorrow at noon. I got to kind of touch up a couple things there, just descriptions and whatnot. Again, it's going great. I have the next one already done, so maybe we can continue to. I don't know if I like being 1 week ahead, honestly, or not. I think it's good, but it's kind of confusing. It's not confusing, but it's like when I'm the only one doing it, like I need to stay in a groove, but at the same time, I hate that fucking groove because I don't like editing video that much. So consistently working through that as well. This is funny as fuck. So my car is a 2010 Honda Civic. It's got 140,000 miles on it. I literally just took it to the shop 2 weeks ago, and it got a new wheel bearing in the front passenger side. It got an oil change. It got an inspection. It was all good, right? $400. Great. But it was all good. Take it away from there. I have it detailed last weekend. Looks great. Fantastic. And then during that time, like last week and then this weekend and stuff, it starts making these fucking weird noises that like, not like when I'm braking, but like kind of when you're braking, but like I'm coasting at 25 and then I hit the brake and then like I'm slowing down and I hear this in the back. It's like, like weird, like not like like you wouldn't have thought it was the brakes because it wasn't squeaking. It was just really weird. Kind of almost sounded like you're like, if you take a rag or like if you take a paper towel and you spray a window and then you like kind of like that type of thing. I was like so confused what the fuck it was. And I was like, what the hell is this? So then like I go about my day yesterday. I'm driving all around. It's still making all sorts of weird noises. I thought it was like a shock maybe or something. And I was just very confused because like I was pushing on the trunk, not on like the shock. And it was like making weird noises. Like, is this, I don't know what's going on. Anyway, I was going to I was going to call the shop back yesterday. And I was like, no, I'll wait till today. And then I was like, all right, I'm going to call him today because it was fucking up yesterday too. Call him up. It's like, hey, I just had this in there. I don't really know if this is related. I don't think it is. Probably a coincidence. But can I bring it in sometime, just so you guys can look at it? And like, yeah, sure. Just bring it down now and we'll just do a test drive. I was like, okay. So like I brought it down. Well, actually, I took it out of the garage for the first time today. Nothing. Like literally no noise. I was like, what the fuck? Like all day yesterday, it was messed up. And I was like, what is happening? So then I drove all around Creation and then it started to make a little noise and I drove it there. I was like, look, I got in the car with the mechanic. drove around, it started making a little bit of noise. Then we swapped seats, and he got it to make some noise. And like ultimately, I guess it's like a drum, and they had to cut down like the rotors or something. I don't know. I don't know anything about cars. I fucking hate cars, especially internal combustion engine cars, because they're just so goddamn complicated, and I don't like them. And my car is old, so I mean that's kind of a rant there, but it's just aggravating. It's just so annoying. I want a Tesla. I can't really afford a Tesla, so one day we'll have that, and hopefully it'll be better. But yeah, so that's kind of the Civic saga. Got it back. Sounds quiet, I guess. I don't know. We'll see what happens, but I don't know. I guess that's just what happens when you get old cars, and it's a first world problem, I know, but it's just we'll see what happens. I guess I'll keep you updated. So there's the saga. Okay. The next thing that I did was I made an investment from my personal self into MJS Industries. MJS Industries is the parent company that holds all my other businesses. $1,200 investment. That's going to get pushed over to Fueled by Progress. And the reason that I'm going to do that is because there is a decent chance that I'm going to make an investment into that business. I'm not going to say exactly what yet. I think that's probably a good thing to just not say. But there's going to be something that I might purchase that is going to make, I don't want to say make the business like better per se, but it's probably gonna help long term, especially because I just kind of want to do it, and I think that it's going to be the right thing to do in the long term, especially given the way that I feel about it and the way that I have seen people react from what I'm doing with Fueled by Progress and the track that I see it going on. So I'm not going to say exactly what it is yet, but I did make an investment, and we will see what happens there. Okay, last thing is, well, let me touch on these maybe real quick. Just like from now on, I kind of talked about this already. I want to kind of stop working a raise. That is a much more complex problem than just saying that I'm not working there anymore. I want to make a lot more money with these businesses. I want to focus on that. I got to move out, and I got to buy a new car. So all money related kind of things, and that's why we need to start making some money. That's why we need to start running these things like businesses, prioritizing things, and just kind of moving on and just getting it going. But I'm enjoying every step of the way. That's just what we need to do. Okay, last thing I guess we'll go over is kind of just like the presidential debate. And I'm not a fucking politician. I'm not a political analyst. I'm not anything in that regard. And I occasionally play the... is this out of focus? Hello. I occasionally play the... you could say, I don't know, slightly right-leaning figurehead on a Fueled by Progress podcast here and there. Like, you could say that. I don't know what to say about that. Like, I am registered independent, and I was thanking God that I was registered independent, that I changed my affiliation after that. I want to keep it relatively brief because, like I said, I don't know what to say, really. And I don't really give a fuck, to be honest, because, like, I'm not really concerned with it. But there's probably going to be more content coming out, specifically probably in Fueled by Progress. We're probably going to have, like, a round table discussion about it with some people that have differing opinions and all sorts of stuff. So I'll be talking about it, I'm sure. Maybe not the debate specifically, but part of, the whole thing. And I'm going to give my quick, knee-jerk responses, which I was kind of giving on Facebook and Twitter. That was fun. But I don't know. I don't want to be on a side. Like, I don't. Like, I really don't. Like, because that's not how I don't think it's really productive. Like, I'm not saying it's productive to like not pick a side and not vote necessarily, but I'm saying, like, out of what we got, I really don't think that that's a good idea. And that's not really a good excuse either, because we could have kind of changed that. Like, we could have, if you don't like Trump now, you could have not voted for him. And full disclosure, I voted for Trump in 2016. Do I regret the decision? I would have to say no, because I personally feel that my personal situation has improved. I know that my investments have gone up. I know that I'm pretty much I'm at least the same, if not better, in all aspects, right? I understand that's not the same for everyone, but like I don't know what to say. It fundamentally, that mentality fundamentally goes against everything that I hold near and dear, and everything that has brought me success, the limited amount of success that I've gotten to this point, and the happiness and the fulfillment, truthfully. So that's just something that I can't really, I just can't go any further with. Like, that's literally what that is. But that being said, though, like, it does kind of rub me the wrong way that, like, our president of the United States is kind of like, as I like his, I think one of the biggest draws to him was that he wasn't a politician, and that he was just like, he'd just say shit off the cuff, and he said how he felt. And I think that really worked for a while, but I think now, at least seeing in that debate, it was definitely a little much. A lot of interrupting. It's not how I would conduct myself. That's the thing. It's like, if I was on that stage, I wouldn't have conducted myself like that, because I don't want to put myself in the position to look like an asshole, right? And the biggest problem is, like, you can be an asshole, right? Like, you could be an asshole and you could not know what the fuck you're talking about, like, at all. And it's like, okay, like, and then I look at somebody like that and I'm like, okay, that guy's an asshole. He doesn't know what he's talking about. Let's just move on. You can't really say that, though, about Trump. Like, you could say he acts like an asshole. Like, he acted like an asshole kind of on that stage, but you can't really say that he doesn't know what he's talking about. He was president for 4 years, and the country, barring COVID, is way better now than it was then. I mean, like, the economy shot up, like, unemployment was super low, like, and I don't know how you blame one person for a international pandemic. So I'm not even going to address that, but I'm saying, like, it hurts me as somebody who, like, looks at that situation and it's like, I don't really like the way he's acting, but, like, I definitely don't agree with the other side of things. You know what I'm saying? Like, I kind of, if you could take the things that kind of, like, most of the stuff, like, probably more, for me, more of the ideals of the right, and take that and not have, like, if you take, like, the ideal thing there and not actually have, like, Trump be the voice of it, it'd probably be better. Like, I would love somebody a little bit more refined, a little bit less, less boisterous, especially at, like, a presidential debate like that. I mean, that was kind of cringy to watch. Like, I don't know how anybody did watch that, even though a lot of people did, and I know there was a lot of comments, but that's the stance that I want to be in. I want to be in the camp where it's like, I stand right in the fucking middle, and I look at both sides, and I critique them equivalently. Like I might have more critiques of one side than the other, but you still critique them both, like, it's like, just because you might lean right, that doesn't mean you automatically side with everything, right? And the whole one person thing is too kind of, like, a little fucked up. Like I understand, like, how it's all worked, but it's kind of strange. Like, I don't know. It's just divisive. I don't know. It's really divisive this year, and it's crazy. Yeah, I don't know. It's all. I struggle. I really struggle to even have this type of a conversation, by myself or with other people. Like, it's just hard for me to fully articulate the way that I feel. The one thing that I will say, though, is, like, I definitely think that I probably lean right more than I would ever lean left, because I just don't agree with some of the shit. Like, I really don't. Like, Biden said multiple times that, like, just more help needs to be given. And I don't want to say right or left. I've been watching a lot of Valuetainment, which is Patrick Bet-David. You should look him up. Patrick Bet-David on YouTube. He has a podcast now. He has Valuetainment, which was a channel, basically like an entrepreneurship type channel. And what I'm starting to realize is that the people that I'm starting to surround myself with, I'm really enjoying, because I really think that it just breeds more success. It breeds more just I don't growth, honestly. Like I don't like that's the part that fucks with me, is that I don't like this notion that like the fucking first answer to things is just to help people. That sounds fucked up, but I mean, like, I don't like I want to help myself. Like I don't want to be helped just instinctually for no reason. Like there's definitely times for that, but like it just doesn't resonate with me. Like it's not me. I'm definitely a capitalist. I'm definitely an individualist. And that I truly believe that if more people had that approach, that it would be better, because you'd be able to, when you give up the control, like when you stop blaming yourself and you blame other people or you blame other forces and stuff like that, like you totally take yourself out of the fucking game, because you no longer have control of your own life. Like seriously. And like I don't know what goes through people's heads when they have a problem and their first thought is not, how do I fix it? Or what can I do to fix it? When their first thought is, what can somebody else do to help me fix this? Or where can I get assistance with this? Like, for nothing. I don't get that. I don't get that. And I heard that so many times, like in this debate specifically, like from Biden. And I'm not like, I don't even fucking care about Biden. Like, I don't think either of them should be president, just based on the fact that they're old as fuck. And I'm not trying to sound ageist there, but like, I mean, I don't understand. There's so many. I can't get behind somebody that is literally like 3 times my age. Like, I'm not saying they don't know what they're doing, but they're old as fuck. Like if you think about that, I would love to know what the average age in America is. I don't know what that is. Can we look that up? Is that a thing we can look up? Is that a thing? Average American age? Is that even a good question to ask? What's the average American age? What the fuck? Just wanted to know. 38? Is that true? I guess it sounds right. I don't know, median, whatever. But the point that I'm trying to make is like, I can't really get behind that. Like I can't get behind somebody that's like 77 or 75, and it's both of them. Like I don't give a shit. Like I think like Trump seems a little more with it than Biden, but at the same time though, I don't like old people making decisions for people that are young, especially when you're not gonna you can't be the face of it. You know, you gotta use somebody. You gotta use like advisors and stuff like that, obviously, because you don't know what the fuck you're talking about. Because like you didn't, like I see it in my day to day life. If you don't grow up with something, if you're not like using it a lot, like a cell phone or like a, you know, like even like the internet and stuff like that. Obviously, Trump knows how to use Twitter, but you know what I'm saying? Like you just lose it. Like you don't know how to. If you're not experienced with it, you can't really enforce it. You can't comment on it. You can't do a lot of things, and I just really have a problem with that. So, you know, that's one side of it, but, I don't know. Those are just my thoughts. Like, I don't really have anything crazy to say, but I know I'm starting to know things about myself, and it's absolutely individualism, capitalism. I believe in people. I believe in myself. I believe in other individuals, and I know that they have it. I'm actually not going to say that. I'm not going to say that I know that people have it in them, but I do have faith that you could have it in you. Like, I know that I have it in me. When I say it, I just mean like the power to continue to get better. And I'm not saying there's not external forces on people to, you know, do that. But I do believe truthfully, 100%. I cannot speak for everybody in every situation, obviously, but I think that there is a vast majority of people that tell themselves that they can't do something, or they are in some way, shape, or form being held down, when if they literally just thought the other fucking way and they just went after shit, they wouldn't be in a much better position. And that's sad to me. It's honestly upsetting, because I try to do that every day. I try in my personal life, talk to people on FPP, and these people have talent, and they they want to do stuff, and they want to try to continue to get better. And I just want to be a fucking cheerleader for these people. Like, I just want to fucking root for them, and I want to tell them, like, just go fucking do it. Like, I was working a job, and then I quit. And, you don't have to fucking quit. You could get a different job. You can get a different job that doesn't require as much time from you. You do something else. Like, I don't get it. I mean, we have a fuck ton of opportunity, and I don't know. I was miserable, and I made a change. And now I'm very happy, and I'm moving towards where I want to be. Like, that's just what I want for everybody. And that's what I think everybody should do. And if you don't think that, then that's fine. But that is really, I've done it. So I don't know what the fuck to tell you. Like, I did it. So, it's not over. Journey's never over. There's ups and downs and all that sort of stuff. But that's kind of, I'm starting to learn that is really where the fucking base of my beliefs are. I don't even call that political. I just call that just, I mean, it spews into politics, but yeah, I mean, just, it's all about you as an individual, in my opinion. Again, I don't know if that's the majority or minority of people's beliefs, but that's what I think. I know that's what's worked for me to this point. That's what I really enjoy. I think the mindset is something to at least consider, and I live by it, so that's where we're at. But this has actually been a pretty good stream. We've had covered a lot of topics. I know we didn't we haven't streamed in a few days, but I'm happy for, thank you so much for everybody that has came through. I'm getting kind of tired. It's been a long day. A lot of input output into my fucking brain today, especially with that shit show of a debate. So hope you all enjoyed that. Hope you enjoyed the stream. If you stopped by, I really appreciate you guys doing that. If you caught it on the rerun, maybe people catch this on the rerun. I don't know. I actually want to make a page too. I was thinking about this as I was posting. I want to make a page on the website that says MJS Daily Recap and like has direct links to it, because I need to post one link everywhere, because I can't stream on LinkedIn yet, which is upsetting as fuck, because that's where I have my highest network, like the biggest following. But I want to post like a link somewhere, just kind of talking about the daily recap and how you could find this show, like this stream. And but it's on everywhere. Like, it's on Facebook, LinkedIn. I'm not LinkedIn, Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, and Periscope. Occasionally Instagram, but they need to fix that so it can be easier. So, but that's it, guys. It's been a great few days. Thank you again so much for checking in and tuning in, and we will talk